Welcome, guys, to tonight's Sunday night Map Out the Week Mindset Outlook call. I appreciate every single one of you guys for hopping on this call. I also appreciate the people that are going to watch this call on the replay. I apologize for making this call a little bit later than normal. We were commuting from this different place to another place. Obviously, you guys know how that goes. You can plan on one thing, but you can also plan on things not going exactly as you planned, right? So that's part of why we have these calls on Sunday, so we can bring focus back into our trading week and bring focus into our business, right? Because a lot of people are trying to make this a lifestyle for their life. So I appreciate for those people that are doing that, and I also appreciate the people that are just doing this part-time and, just trying to pick up a different skill set or just trying to get the hang of trading. I appreciate you guys all very, very equally, because I understand that you guys all make the dream come true. So let's focus on what goes into our mind. That's what I wanted to, get into tonight. Focus on what goes into your mind. For those of you that don't know me and that are watching me for the first time, my name is Isaiah. I am 30 years old. I currently live in Denver, Colorado. I love doing what I do. Just a brief bio on what I do. We love to, just interact with people online. We like to help them make money online. Because I know a lot of people right now, they don't exactly know what to do. There's a lot of things happening out there. People are, looking for jobs and different opportunities in that nature. I'm not down on jobs, guys. I'm just up on opportunity, and that's why we host these calls every Sunday, so that we can stay consistent and stay focused, and we continue focusing on what goes into our minds, guys. Because a lot of the times, if you have a job, it can be very difficult to balance something like this and be able to really thrive in this, because a lot of the people that are winning in network marketing or in trading are full-time traders, are full-time network marketers. So it can be hard or challenging, I should say, to really, really get your foot in the door, get your footing down. I was actually watching the Lakers game tonight, and I was really impressed for all the Laker fans on how they came out tonight. They really had a great game. And for all the people coming onto the call, just go ahead and mute your mic. If you have questions, just drop them out. Drop them below in the chat box. But going back to the Lakers game, I was really excited about how resilient they were as a team. And I wanted to really bring light to focusing on what comes into our minds, guys. We want to be like LeBron James when it comes to trading, okay? Because we can go over all the technicality. We can go over all the education. We can break it all down for you. However, it doesn't mean it's going to make sense to you. So we want to make sure that we stay focused, because a lot of the times when we don't stay focused, that's when we don't see our moves play out. Or that's when we're pushing a trade, we're forcing a trade, right? Like what I saw from the Lakers today is they didn't force anything. They let everything come to them, and this is why we host these calls on Sunday, so that you're just picking the trades that you want to take. You're not taking more than you need to take. You're taking just what you need to take. That's it, okay? And these calls are going to be here every Sunday, guys. So if you guys have questions, just ask them, okay? Feel free to ask them. I'm literally an open book. I do as much of this as possible. Why? Because I want to bring as much life and as much light into your life, because I understand that if you can see yourself doing this because I'm doing it, I know you can do this too. I literally started with my wife in the streets of LA. We literally started in the streets of LA. We put a business together because of some things that happened in our previous company. We decided to take matters into our own hands, because I've never really been a fan of just letting things just happen. I want to plan things and I want to make things happen. I don't want to just let things happen just mysteriously, because mystery is ignorance. I want you guys to write that down. Mystery is ignorance. Anybody that tells you, well, that's a mystery, that means they're ignorant. It's okay, to know that about people. You don't have to tell them that, but you have to know that about people. Not everybody knows what they're talking about, but they're speaking 100 miles an hour. However, they can't go back and say, what is the topic of this conversation? What am I even talking about, right? What we're talking about tonight is staying focused, okay? Staying in that fifth gear every single day, every single week, because that's how you're going to attract all the wealth that you want in your life. And that's how I've seen it come into my life. And sometimes people aren't trying to make $1 million, but they are trying to make an impact, and they're trying to live the way they want to live with who it is they want to live. And that's what we're here for, okay? So where do you think thoughts come from, guys? For me, I didn't exactly know. When I first got into this profession, I really thought that, I didn't think anything of it. I didn't think you had to think, because I already knew how to do stuff. And a lot of people get in that mode, like, well, I already know how to do that. Why should I learn that? Because it's going to further expand your life. Because the more you know, the more you grow. Also, the more you do, the more you grow, right? Because sometimes people are so information hungry, but they're not thirsty enough for action, right? We want to be thirsty enough for action, and we want to be hungry enough for information. So we want to balance that, okay? So what I have discovered through the process of this journey that I've been on for about 3 years, 9 total, nine was on and off, 3 full on, is that poverty of imagination and deficit of attention is what attacks 97% of humans. A lot of people can't do what they want to do because they have a poor imagination. They say imagination, dreams. Bro, what are you talking about? Some people haven't heard the word dreams in like 15 years. Like, seriously. Like, you tell somebody like, hey, bro, what are your goals and dreams and desires? They look at you like they've never heard that word before. It looks like foreign to them, like foreign currencies. I'm like, bro, I'm not even getting into the meat of the topic yet. And you're over here looking at me like, dreams? What are you, like 5? And it's like, bro, what, do you never had an imagination, right? So imagine, guys, because imagination is what's going to activate the spiritual side of success. And 95% of success is spirituality. The invisible is the most visible, and that's what becomes physical if you actually focus and pay attention to it. That's how it grows, right? So if we have our ear to the ground, we would get the message every time, right? Because a lot of people are like, Isaiah, why are you on these calls, man? You're on these calls. I see on YouTube, nobody watches you, man. And it's like, bro, I'm doing this for me. That's how I started. Now there's like a group of people watching. Now we have a team going. Now we have more of a team. Now we have more of an atmosphere. Now we have more of a community in the sense of like energy, okay? That's what I mean by that. Before it was just me and Amanda. Literally all it was. And it was challenging because I'm helping a woman, right? It's difficult for a woman to understand a man's imagination. Just for the men, for the record, guys. We want to think things out. We want to speak things out, and we want to write things out, okay? Because we understand on 3 planes of understanding. On the writing, or I should say the thinking, because where do things come from? Thinking, thoughts, right? Before I got on this call was a thought. I was thinking about actually recording it and putting it on Monday, but I'm glad I didn't. Because why? Because I stood to my word. I did it on Sunday. Sunday night map out the week calls. No matter what, make it happen, guys. I didn't get as much time to prepare as I wanted to, right? Because of the move and everything that was happening. But you still don't make excuses. You get on a call and you give your best value. Why? Because some of these people that are on this call are watching for the first time. And a lot of you guys that are watching are regulars, and you guys invested into this university, and I appreciate every single one of you guys, which is why I do what I do, and I love doing this for you guys. So this message is for you, okay, if it came to you. So if you're watching this for the first time, if you're watching this on the replay, if you're watching this now, this is for you. A lot of the times, the people that aren't on these calls are the people that need them the most, and the people that are on these calls are the people that need them the least. I appreciate everyone, right? I just encourage every single person to just reach out to people and say, you know what? Hey, have you ever thought about creating life by design? Because it's 2020. There's no way we should be just working a job and not working at our life just as hard, right? Because if you can make money on your smartphone, why don't you? Just because you don't know how? Don't let the don't know how stop you from doing something that you truly desire, right? Because I know that a lot of people, they want to do what they want to do, right? I know Francisco, he's been selling his gear. He's been promoting his gear. He's been promoting his content. He's been trading. He's been doing a lot of stuff. And I admire you, bro, because you're stepping into that light. People like myself and Amanda, I never thought I was going to be writing books. That's what I sell. I sell my books. I help people out with mindset. I help people out with trading. Obviously, I get on these calls and get free value every Sunday. So if you guys are getting value, invite somebody on a call, because these are for you guys. These are for the people that want to build their belief and say, you know what? I can make money on network marketing. I can make this life by design. Because believe me, guys, there's been nothing more magical than this life. I've been able to spend every single day with my wife, with my son, and I've been able to spend most of my time also with myself. And that brought me closer to God. That's something that I always am going to be grateful for. You know, obviously the money's going to be there. You just got to put in the results. You got to put in the time to get the right results. Because a lot of people are putting in the time to getting bad results because they're going really hard in the wrong areas. That's why you want to work with a coach. So if you don't have a coach and you would like for me to be your coach, I would love to do that for you. I'd love to schedule something that's going to fit your life. That way we can get you on the right track. Okay? So everything you have, everything you will ever have, all the strength that you will ever have is in this present moment. All the energy, everything that you think you ever will need is here now. I don't know if you guys ever heard that. When I first heard that, I thought the person that was telling me that was smoking something. I really did. I was like, dude, you're freaking losing. Like, you really are. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean everything that I have is here? Like look at my life. It looks like shit. Excuse my French. But I was just really like, what do you mean? I didn't get it. But it is. It's true. Because it's out of perspective that everything in your life gets light. Perspective. Guys, I didn't have that when I was first introduced to this profession. And I'm sure that, if you're watching this for the first time, you're also in that same position, and that's okay. I want you to just listen to these calls periodically. If you can't get on a Sunday call, watch it on the replay. If you can, that'll be better. Why? Because you're going to start doing this on your own at some point, and that's going to help your community grow, and that's going to help heal and help your bank account get to where it needs to get to. And if you're already making a lot of money, hey, there's never anything wrong with making more to help more people, right? So most people are conditioned to hear, smell, feel, sense, and touch. That's just all they're conditioned to do. If they don't hear it, they don't believe it. If they hear it and they don't smell it, it's like, I don't think it's good. If they don't hear it, smell it, or feel it, then they're like, bro, like, I don't think this is true, right? Like, most of us have been, like, approaching people in network marketing or just in trading, and they're like, bro, well, how are you doing with it, though? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to just, like, quit my job and like, get into trading. Bro, how do you even know that I want to be working with you, bro? Like, first off, because you already sound confusing if you're asking those kind of questions. Because that's not the question you should be asking. The question you should be asking is, can I believe in myself? Can I push myself? If I have the right person in front of me, can I drive the best out of me so that I can be the best trader? Because, guys, I shared this concept with Eric. One of our students was on this call the other day, and I told him, bro, just watch the candles. Candles show you what they do. He did that, and he won on gold. He won a lot on gold, and that's on the demo. A lot of people can't win that much on the demo. So I congratulate you for that, bro. Great job for doing that, because a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people are like, be transparent, right? But they're making like 1 cent on a fucking demo. Excuse my French. But at the end of the day, that's not winning. You want to be progressively winning. How? By keeping track of what you're doing in the past, right? You want to keep track of the past. So if I'm making a cent and I was making a cent last year, am I winning? No, I'm not winning. That'd be stupidity for me to think that. That means something's not going right? Now, if last year I was losing more than I was winning, now this year I'm winning more than I'm losing, now I'm winning. But you want to keep track of these things. You don't want to just like be like, oh yeah, I know. But once I get to this opportunity, as soon as I get this break, I will start doing this. No, I encourage you guys to take action, whether it's 1 day a week that you guys are trading, whether it's 1 day a week that you guys are building your business. Build that day every single week and start growing that day. Next week, start working on maybe doing 2 days, 3 days. Because the more you guys work on this business, the more it's going to grow for your life. So at the end of the day, the people that are in this already, we're already here. We already believe this, okay? Most people are conditioned to do what others do, neglecting the purpose of their own message, okay? That's crazy. Like, write that down. Literally take note of that. Most people are conditioned to do what others do, neglecting their own purpose, okay? They're neglecting their own purpose. They're neglecting their own message by copying. Don't copy nobody. Be genuine. Be authentic. That's where you want to be authentic. Like, yeah, I listen to all the audio that I share with you guys on the groups, right? But at the same time, I write my notes in there because of how much I've watched those audios. Because believe me, guys, when I share with you guys the mentors that I have, a lot of people, that know me, they know that I'm mentored by Bob, Alex, and I've been mentored by Chris Derrick and some of the best leaders in the industry. So with that being said, guys, that comes with a lot of focus, a lot of video watching, a lot of stopping and going on your video. I want to encourage you guys to do one thing this week. When you guys watch the audio, stop and go. Okay? So listen to it, stop it, and write notes down, and then go. If you guys get through 10 minutes of the audio every day, that's better than trying to rush yourself through the entire audio. I promise you that. Because you guys are going to retain more, okay? What you write down, you retain. What you write down, you keep. Always remember that, okay? It's about changing your life if you want a better one. That's what it's truly about. That's what these Sunday calls are about. They're about changing your life if you want a better life. I'm not going to do that for you. You're going to do that with the information. I know it sounds like, for the people that are watching this maybe on the replay, if this sounds stupid to you, I felt the same way, man. I felt the same way. I felt like this was dumb at first when I first started doing this. But when I started actually buying myself into this concept, I started seeing like, you know what? I was stupid for thinking that having a job was how I was going to make anything happen, like long term. Because think about it. Are you going to be working the same job 20 years from now? If you are, it better be a really good one. You better be getting a lot of good perks, a lot of time to create a lot of memories, not just money. Because a lot of people are so broke that all they have is money. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that, but a lot of people are so broke that all they have is money. This is what my mentors taught me a while back. They were just like, Isaiah, people sometimes they throw their money at you because they don't have words, they don't have insight, they don't have opportunity for other people. So all they have is their money, so they throw it at you, right? We are here to serve others, okay? I have found that in serving others, you find magic, okay? In doing these calls, this is why I do them, because I love serving. I love giving back. I love sharing my words with every single person that's on this call, because it took me, believe me, guys, when I say this, it took me like almost forever for me to figure out my speech. I grew up in a broken home. I grew up in a very disordered home. To say the least, I shouldn't be here. But I made the most of this opportunity. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to sound like my lineage, okay? My lineage says that I can't speak this way. I'm going to break that curse. And a lot of you guys are breaking family curses, which is why you guys are getting bashed sometimes, which is why you guys are getting laughed at. If you guys haven't stepped into that, that's something that is ahead. Why? Because people are just going to laugh at you because they're going to tell you to get a real job, to work hard. I want you to look at this before you work hard. Look at the person that worked hard their entire life. What do they have right now to show for it? Just hard work, a car, things, a house. A lot of those things that people praise are liabilities. They won't pay you in a pandemic. Something like this, you being on a call, you being able to be inspired to grow your life will pay you in a pandemic. Why? Because you can start doing your own thing. You can start trading foreign currencies, which is what I'm about to get into here in a second. I appreciate you guys for watching this up until this point. I appreciate you guys for being involved and sharing comments in the chat box. I'm going to go ahead and check them out before I get into the trading stuff. So serving others is what creates the magic in my life. That's what I've noticed. Not having ulterior motives, okay? Just be open. Just say hi because you want to say hi. Just like that person's dress because you like that person's dress. Compliment that person because you compliment that person because you want that person to feel the smile that they may have not felt that day. Because think about it, think about this, guys. I know I'm speaking a little fast, so I'm going to slow down for the people that, want me to slow down. Either way, I like to do that. Think about this. The people that don't get smiles, that don't get a hi, a goodbye, hey, have a nice day. Don't you think that if you said have a nice day to somebody, it might just make their day? How many people have said to you guys, have a nice day, other than me or Francisco or Eric or Amanda or Brittany or Stacia or CJ, right? Think about those things. So if we say hi with the intent just to say hi and bless somebody, hi, God bless you. Hi, bless you. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed day. What do you think we're doing with the universe? We're speaking words of life out into the universe, and that's the point of these calls. Speaking life into your life, because what you speak is what you become, and what you think is what you speak. What you speak in terms becomes an action. What becomes an action then becomes an attitude. Once it becomes an attitude, it becomes your character, and that's your way of being. Okay? So that's something that I always go into things doing. Not looking for motives like, oh, well, if I do this call, how many people am I going to get out of this call? No, I don't do it for those reasons. You retain what you are learning when you are doing it with joy and when you're writing things down. That's what I found in my life. Life is not a practice shot. We only get one life. We don't have a contract to live forever, None of us do. So let's make the most of today. Let's make the most of the second. We don't have to continue living life the way people tell us forever. We can create our own life. Literally, we can create our own life. You don't have to believe anything you don't want to believe in here, okay? So if you believe that you don't deserve this, you're not going to ever have it. But if you believe I deserve this, I belong here, guess what you're going to start attracting? Those things. They just start coming to you. I promise you guys, it's like magic. It's like one of those things that you can never imagine. Like I never imagined getting married to such a wonderful, wonderful woman and having a baby. I really did not see myself doing that because I never imagined it. Literally, truly, when I say this, guys, use your imagination. Don't take it for common. Don't take these calls for common, because a lot of people do, and they pay money and they still take it for common. I appreciate the people that have paid money and haven't taken it for common. Appreciate you guys. So I want you guys to write this down before I get into the trading. I'm going to briefly go into the pairs that I'm going to go into this week. Some of the news that I've seen this week as well. But I want you guys to write this down before I get into that topic. No one gets what they are not. Okay? No one gets what they are not. I appreciate you too, Brittany. We love you as well. No one gets what they are not. Okay? So no one in life will ever get or ever has or ever will get what they are not. What does that mean? That means I can't go talk to Danny Green if I haven't seen him, which I have. So I keep talking about that. Another one, right? Another one. Because if you guys watch Drake's album that just came out, that got written by DJ Khaled was bugging Drake, and I felt like Drake for a second. Anyways, long story short. Another one. People just want another one, another call, another video. And it's like, bro, I'm trying to write my own stuff, right? So tell people that are another one. Let me see another trade. Let me see another trade. Let me see another trade. Hey, bro, be cool, bro. Be cool, bro. I'm just learning. I'm learning right now. I'm learning. When are you going to start? When are you going to put your face out there and start, saying what you need to say? Because like at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do, guys. You're not out there to save lives like that. You're out there to save lives in the manner of giving them information, right? Put them in the right perspective and praying for them every single day, because they themselves have to become what they need to become in their life, okay? So before I did not know how my life was or where it was going to be. So before this, I did not know where my life was going. I did not know where it was. I did not know where I was going to be in 5-10 years. Now, because of this concept, I've been able to say, you know what? I love doing what I do, and I love sharing this concept, and I love trading. Okay, so that's what we're going to get into right now. We're going to go over a few pairs because I got about 7 minutes left on this call. And then if you guys want to join us on Tuesday, that's when we're going to have our live trading calls. These calls right now are mindset calls. So mindset map out the week outlook call. The outlook part is to give you guys a little bit of an insight on what the trading week might look like. That way you guys can plan on your week. So right now I'm looking at currently Euro USD. Okay. This is one of the pairs I'm going to be looking at this week. I'm looking for this to potentially shoot down. I'm not exactly too sure on how it's going to, on when it's going to do that. Because right now what I'm indicating is a small, quick, long position maybe to the upside, because it's supporting right in that box that I wrote. Obviously, if you guys could follow my notes right now, I'm going to post this in the group. It's showing that it did the same thing last week. If you guys could see the pattern, I'm just going to go ahead and highlight it very quickly. Right here, it did the same thing last week. So I'm looking to maybe have the same kind of action to the upside, but we'll see what happens. I'm still going to plan on the down sell just in case you want to have both options. Okay. And those options are at 18, right? 18,650. And then the option for the sell, I would look for a rejection maybe on 18,000. That's where I would look for the rejection for Euro USD. Okay. And let me see. We're going to also look at USD JPY. That was one of our big movers last week. I know I was up at a point, I was up actually like a good percentage. As you guys can see, if you guys followed this trade last Sunday, you guys should still be in profits right now for this pair right now. And it looks like it's going to make its healthy way all the way up to where I wanted to go up to. I think it's going to go up to 107, maybe 108. At least for sure right now it's going to go up to 107. Right now it's gotten up 72 points since last Sunday. So if you took the entry on Sunday, you would still be in profits right now. So these are pairs that I want to, encourage you guys to take on Sunday night. So when I call stuff like this out, take it on a Sunday night and see what it does. Because at the end of the day, you can see that you can probably ride your safe wave a little bit safer if you catch it on Sunday, because you can catch the direction of the market a little bit better. I personally think so. That's what's been working for me. That's for sure. What I see right here, just a quick pivot, is the fact that it's right now it's actually about to break through a trend line, which is a day trend line. So I'm waiting currently on the push through. So I would want a retracement and then go after that pair for now, I'm gonna watch it today, tomorrow, because it is Labor Day. So I wanted you guys to write that down. When Labor Day happens, or when any holiday happens, the market tends to move a little bit differently. So a lot of the breaks happen Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So that's why Tuesday's call is going to be a good call. So is this one, of course. This is a great call. But Tuesday's call is going to be a great call for timing the market. Because right now, this looks like it might come down just because of where it is in a stochastic. Let's see. So we got UCAD. Last week we traded also UCAD. UCAD was a good pair to trade. Anything related with UCAD or U.S. currencies, you guys want to look at the DXY, okay? You guys want to look at the DXY. That way you guys can see how the volume is working for the dollar. Because if it's the U.S. dollar versus Canada, what you're saying is that U.S. dollar is weak right now versus Canada. So you can probably see that if you look at the DXY is down, which is why this started kind of on the downside. It's not going to be down for too long from what it looks like and from what Donald Trump spoke on last week. So I see this pair recovering. They've been talking about, a bullish market, and they've also been talking about the vaccine. So let's keep an eye out for the vaccine. When the vaccine comes out, this pair should drive up. And for the people watching this for the first time, just to give you a brief understanding, obviously I can give you a one-on-one briefing on how you can make this work for you. But if you're watching this for the first time, the green candles and the pink candles, okay? The pink candles you would sell to catch points downward, and you can leverage your points, okay? You can leverage your points anywhere from 1 cent, 10 cent to $1, okay? And each cent that you leverage, you get times 1,000% leverage with some of the brokers that we share with you guys to get started with. On 10 cents, obviously, you'd be getting $1 a point. So if you get 100 points, that's $100, okay? So don't discard, this opportunity at all. Make sure that you guys take as much in as possible. Why? Because at the end of the day, this is something that can pay you long term. These candles, guys, I want to show you guys something for the people that are like worried about COVID and stuff. Like this stuff, like flew up when COVID happened last time. Just letting you guys know. So like the market is not affected by COVID. Workers are affected by COVID. People that work a job are affected by COVID. I mean, so are the markets, but you just got to be smarter about what you're doing. That's it. Like this is literally when COVID was happening, guys. And I want you guys to really keep an eye on this, because a lot of people think this is bogus, right? They're like, why would I listen to a trading call? Because you're going to know a lot about what's happening right now, rather than just speculating all over the place and thinking you know everything, right? That's why I appreciate you guys for being on these calls. The last time that we had COVID, right, it was around March. So it was around right here. Look at the big spike, guys. It shot literally all the way up to the moon. It felt like literally went up to 146. It's been like, it went up to the highest it's ever been up to. Like, I was just like, yeah. So people were like basically screwed when I saw this. Why? Because everybody's going to start getting their stuff, repoed. Their stuff's getting taken away. And for the people that are in our group and are trading, I want to encourage you guys to really take this trading stuff serious, because at the end of the day, if you focus on this, you saw Eric, bro, like you can make $2,000 in a blink of an eye, bro, if you're really paying attention to what you're doing. Obviously once you start transitioning into the real account, that's when we'll play a little bit more strategy, because you'll notice that it's a little bit different, just slightly different, in the sense of like you get partnered up with another trader, okay? And that's where it makes it different. Right now, I want you to master your moves, okay? Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep looking at those candles, because the candles, the way they look now is the way they're going to look later, bro. And every single person watching this call. So thank you guys for watching this call. I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping up the call. So if you guys have any questions, I have about like 5 minutes left. Just go ahead and ask them. That way I can respond back to them. If not, I'm going to make my way through the pairs that I'm going to be trading this week. And I'm going to be sending all these pairs, obviously, to the Telegram group. And I'm going to be sending all this stuff also to the Plan Pit Profit group. The live signal, so if I take a live trade, I'll take it on the Telegram group. I'm asking every single person that takes a live trade this week just to post your pair on Telegram. That way we can make that Telegram work, and that way other people can see our trade setups. That way other people can also win with us, okay? I want us to stay together as a team like we've had since the beginning. And for the people watching this on the replay as well, I love you guys. Let's stay as a team this week. Let's trade together. If you guys are trading a pair, send it in the group. That way we can see what you're trading. Another pair that I'm going to look at this week is going to be AUD-USD. That looks like a phenomenal pair. It looks like it's going to go up from what the news was saying. Guys, one thing I want to also share with you guys, don't ever erase your markups for somebody to try to prove yourself right to somebody. I used to do that a lot. That's why I share that with you guys. Because I used to be like, oh no, like, well, maybe if they could see it all clean, like maybe they won't think I'm weird or something. Now it's like, bro, I don't care. Like, that's what made me money, me keeping them the same. But what was making me lose money was me trying to be cool and like trying to erase them all. So this pair right now, from what I see, this is the pair I'm going to take first, just from what I'm looking at right now. He gave me a nice little wick right here. So I'm going to send this for you guys in the group. So you see how this move that I had here, guys, I'm going to go ahead and move it down here. It actually played out here. It's playing out right now. So if you guys haven't marked up a chart, it's okay. It takes a little while, but once you get it, you get it. This is where your patience will be tested. Because you see, like that little thing right now, I'm like marking up this chart. I'm like, just drag this little thing down there. Right, because it came from here, okay? So that's how I mark up my charts for the most part, guys. And obviously, I can give you guys a one-on-one class. Obviously, that's what I do for the people that invest. Give them a one-on-one call. And if you guys are needing a call, just schedule it with us. That way we can do a live call. But what I'm looking at right now is a stochastic. Came all the way down where you guys saw the circled area right there. And it looks like it wants to creep up. What we want to watch here is a potential cap where the yellow box is, because this is where it looks like it might have rejected. Okay, so we might want to keep an eye on that. Even though it's giving you a buying signal down here on the stochastic, it might actually be playing downward. So we want to make sure that it completely crosses over and gives you that next retracement like that first one. So far it's given us that first one to start, okay? And then we have a couple of articles that are coming out that are going to be positive for AU. And one thing I would counter it with is gold. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the questions that might be in the chat box right now. Okay. Green candles mean buys, and you can always change the color. So when we get a little bit more in depth into things, I can explain this a little bit better for you. That way you can, even change them your own color. Because if you don't like them green and you like blue, you can put them blue. I kept them pink because they were red before. My wife likes pink, so I did it a little friendlier. You know what I mean? Because the red's like bulls, and I'm like, yeah, I think I'll just make them pink because I can take the sells and the green candles are the buys. Okay, and anything in the middle, you would want to stay out of. So anything, and thanks for asking a question. Anything like in this box right here, you stay away from. Okay, so anything like that I circle like a box like that, or you start seeing those patterns, because what you'll start doing is you'll start recognizing patterns. I know right now it might be a little bit challenging, if you're watching this for the first time. But as you start seeing why I draw those boxes are really to stay out of those areas. And where I would take my buy, for instance, on this pair, would be where it's circled. Great question. Where it's circled right there. So that's where I would take my buy to go upward. And you could take it for as long as you want to. You don't have to close it out like at the top. Because at first when you start trading, you get a little scared. I'm not going to lie. Everybody gets scared. And you start wanting to pull out somewhere in here rather than up here or up here. But as you start getting better at trading, you start trusting your trend and you start closing out higher, so you start making more money. That's where people are asking, like, well, how much do you make? Well, how much are you going to freaking put down first? And then I can teach you the rest. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a lifelong journey. You can make as much money as you want. Obviously, you're seeing right here, that you're full of candles. Like, you can catch either the green ones or the pink ones. You can set up just to catch pink ones. You can set up just to catch green ones. You can set up how to catch, just in and outs. You can let it swing for a week or two. There's different strategies, and we have a cool little academy that you can learn from. So whoever put you on this call, Brittany? Yeah, that's Brittany. Perfect. So Brittany, go ahead and just share with her Everything FX. If she's open to it, just have her download that account. It's free. Okay. And then we can go ahead and do one-on-one segments. That way you can understand the academy. We could work a little bit more on this. That way we can plan on Sundays being the day that you can execute and take a trade on Sunday, going into Monday, going into Tuesday. And if you ever have any questions, you'll have the group, and I will add you to the group today. That way you're on that group. That way you can interact with the people there. We're all, you know, we're all normal people. We're not like freaking flashing our cash, which is what I like. We're answering people's questions. We're making cash, right? But at the same time, we're treating everybody equal. And I want to answer everybody's questions. That's why I'm glad you answered a question. I'm glad that Brittany put you on the call. I appreciate you, Brittany, for putting her on the call. And I appreciate you for watching all the way, you know, to the end of the call, because we got about a minute and 40 seconds left. I'm just going to go ahead and wrap it up with the calendar. What we got for the calendar here. And I'm going to go ahead and just look at some of these questions, some of these comments. Appreciate you too. Thank you for being on. Hopefully we can see you more often. I would love to see that. You know, I love seeing new people. I love seeing people getting on here and developing their skill set in trading. That's really what makes me happy. I was telling my wife today that, like, my team is what gives me purpose. It's crazy as that sounds to other people, but like I know before, like I was really angry in my life and I didn't want to live. I wanted to like just do other things, and I didn't say that per se, but I behaved that way. Like I didn't want to, and that was because I got bullied as a kid. I got laughed at. But then you know what? I said, you know what? I'm going to step into this calling. I'm going to trade for a living, and I'm going to help other people just, you know, become the best version of themselves, because that's all we have. You know, we only have one life, and we only have one life to live it right. I truly believe that, and I think that we can all live beyond our means. We can all live beyond our means because it's all created in our imagination. Thank you for being on the call, guys. Again, check out the Forex Factory. This is where you're going to check out your news. There's not too much happening this week until Wednesday. So start looking at your trade setups Wednesday. We'll have another call Tuesday at 11 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Thank you guys for watching this call. That's it for me tonight. I'm going to go ahead and put this on YouTube so you guys can watch it on the replay. Thank you guys, and have a powerful, blessed week, guys. God bless you guys.